Even though I do not like following a list, I definitely like making one, like reading list, TBR list, and playlist. And right here, I have books for my autumn reading list, books that I think are perfect to read in autumn/winter, basically the Burr months, September, October, November, December. And I want to make a reading list, which I know I will not follow, but I will still make it nonetheless because it is really fun. And here are all the books that I want to add in that list. The first is Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. This is the second Murakami book that I own. I also own Norwegian Bird, which I have not read. I own Kafka on the Shore, which I have not read. But I'm hoping to read this book soon because for some reason I'm really gravitated towards this book. I want to read it. I want to pick this up because I feel as if I would really like it. It is magical realism, fantasy / literary fiction sort of book, so I feel as if I would have a really fun time with this. But I'm currently reading 2 more books on my Kindle, so I want to finish those books first before I dabble with a new book. But this is definitely high on my TBR right now. The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. I bought this book 3 years back and I still haven't read it because I started reading this thinking that it was going to be a suicide mystery. Turns out it was not. It was a literary fiction book, but back then, 3 years back, I did not know how to comprehend a book like this. I did not know how to look for meaning in a book like this, so I DNF'd it. But now I keep seeing this book on my Instagram in a lot of posts, and I keep seeing this book resurface, repopularized. So I want to join the bandwagon as well and read this book this year only and just see what the hype is all about. Also, I feel like I already know what is written in this book because I am a girl, I am a woman, but I still want to know what the hype is all about. Romantic Outlaws by Charlotte Gordon, The Extraordinary Lives of Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley. This is a biography of Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley, and it is written beautifully because it is written in a manner that is really understandable. It is not complicated, like the history of Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley's life is not over complicated. It is written in a way in which you actually are interested to know what happens in both of these really smart women's lives. You want to know their origins. You are actually fascinated by everything that happens in this book, and it does not read like a biography. It does not read like a non-fiction book at all, and I think that is so wonderful because biographies and non-fiction books in general can get really boring really soon if they get too factual or if they read more like a research paper than a novel or something that you read for fun. But this is not like that at all, and I'm having an amazing time with it because to get to know about what went on in the lives of 2 extraordinary women of their time, of their era, who wrote such amazing pieces of literature that we still read to this date is amazing. It is really fascinating, and I'm really fascinated by this book and their lives, and I just cannot wait to read the rest of the book and fall in love with these 2 women. I'm glitching. I feel as if I'm glitching. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Jane Eyre or Jane Eyre because it is autumn, it is raining, and what beautiful book to read while it is raining than a popular classic like Jane Eyre, which is a gothic to read in the rain classic. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I liked Piranesi on my second read. I liked her writing and the world that she built, like the labyrinth kind of world that Piranesi lived in. I really liked that. So I want to read Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell as well to just get lost in the magical world, because in this book, in this world, you get to learn magic as if it was a normal subject like English, science, maths. Like you can become an expert at magic if you just give your time to it, spend time learning and reading and just understanding what magic is all about. You can become a magician in it, and it just sounds so interesting. But it is so thick and big, and I'm really intimidated by it, but it sounds really fun. And it also is kind of like an adult Harry Potter book. I love Harry Potter, the book and the movie, not the author, but I do love Harry Potter a lot. I love the magical world, and if this book is able to encapsulate that magical feeling, I'm sold. Like I just know that I would devour this book. Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. I'm not going to read this because it clearly is a book to be read in the summer season, in the January, February, March kind of months. But I just bought it and I wanted to show it to you. So yes, Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Next is Blood on Her Tongue by Johanna Van Veen. I do not know anything about this book, but I know that it is really dark because there was an author's note in the beginning where the author mentions that it is really dark. Some things are in this book that you cannot digest, so read at your own caution, and that is a warning that I love, and I'm going to read it and love it. I hope so. Flowers for Algernon. This is the book that I'm currently reading, and you cannot convince me otherwise that this is not a horror book. For me, this is not an emotional, sad science fiction book. No, this is a horror book through and through. The last book is Angela Carter's book of fairy tales. These are not normal children's fairy tales. These are grown-up, adult, grotesque, weird, feminist fairy tales. Angela Carter has like a introduction in the beginning of the book which I just cannot get past. Like, I don't know why, I just cannot read the introduction. I just want to read the stories, but I googled and the Google says that it is really essential to read the introduction in order to understand what was going on through Angela Carter's mind when she wrote those fairy tales, and I think it is also essential, so I need to read it. I need to read the stories, but I just cannot unless and until I read the introduction. So yeah, this is my autumn/winter reading list that I know I'm not going to follow, obviously, because why would I follow a list when I can read whatever I want whenever I want? But I still made a list because it is quite fun to do so, and all these books sound so interesting and I want to read them all at the same time, but I cannot do so. But I have to first finish my two current reads, that is Crying in H Mart and Flowers for Algernon. Only after reading those books can I even think about picking up a new book, because my current reads are all over the place and I'm just not able to finish one single book because I have my attention on all of my current reads. So first I have decided to finish Flowers for Algernon, Crying in H Mart, and only then I can pick up a new book. So pray for me, pray that I finally finish reading those two books and I'm able to read more new amazing books from this list. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.